It's your boy Sus Moles, and this is Dope Movements.
Hello, welcome to Dopemovements Podcast number 86. I'm your host, Ariel Brianna. You have Primo, Pablo, and...
It's Sus.
Okay. My bad. You should have told me that ahead of time. I would have let you do it. You know, it would have sounded better that way.
It's just Sus.
And you already know he Millie rocking in the back.
Bruh.
Almost knocking shit down.
Camera already fell twice.
Damn, just exposing him. See, I ain't even do it.
Damn, son.
I ain't even do it. Where's that from?
I knew you were going to do that too.
Alright, I'm sorry. I'm getting offhand. You see? Well, I don't even know why I'm the host. I never even stay on topic. But, alright, so Jonas Brothers, you care that they're getting back together? I personally
You care?
Bros?
Hell yeah.
No,
Yo,
I don't care.
Bros.
I really
Yo,
don't
the
care.
Joe Bros back at it again.
But it's funny because I saw, it was like a meme or something about that Frankie Jonas. Twice he couldn't even get it. Like, how old is he now? Like, he's probably grown. And he can't
How
even...
old is that kid?
I have no idea.
Wait, who's Frankie?
Like,
I think
don't
one of
know.
the brothers, like the youngest brothers.
I thought Nick was the youngest one. Wasn't
Somebody else is a brother named Frankie.
And isn't like Joe
Oh,
Nick
wait.
something?
I know who this is. I watch way too much TV.
Right.
Stop.
I'm not even going to talk about it. These people is irrelevant.
Damn. Alright, well, at least we didn't say that.
No, the Jonas Brothers I fuck with. The
Okay.
people I'm thinking about don't matter.
Absolutely.
I fuck with the Jonas Brothers. They need to remix 3000. They need to remix...
Facts.
No, not 3000. The song was called...
I thought you was talking about Andre 2000. I thought
No.
Oh, yes,
It's
you
a
know.
song when they
trying
were
to say.
underwater. I thought it was
Oh.
called Underwater.
Okay.
If it was called Underwater, they should remix it. No, they should remix the song 3000. Call it Underwater. And put ski mask in.
Oh my god. Why? Oh, excuse me.
Either ski mask or Mick Jenkins.
Oh my god.
One of those two water-related rappers. Yo,
As long
what
as
if
they
we
don't
had
do
like a
blue face.
rapper avatar system or some shit?
Bruh.
Because we already got two water-related rappers. We got Ski Mask.
Wait, so what do you mean by
And Mick
water
Jenkins.
related?
Half of the things Mick Jenkins says is related to water, which is very
Water.
important.
Water.
Year
And then you
3000.
Ski Mask.
That's not ski match. That's ugly
Who's that?
guy, bro.
Ugly guy.
Water on my bitch, wet just like
So
myself.
what were you before that?
Oh yeah, that was ski match.
Technically, that sounded like singing.
Nah,
It was.
I don't think we could add fucking
What?
ugly guy to the water.
You sounded
What?
like you were singing. Good job.
You singing?
No, I was just like,
I'm putting
water
applause here
on my
anyway.
bitch, wet just like myself.
Year 3000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That song.
Yeah.
Remix it. Call it Water. Put
Mm.
Ski Mask in it. Or Mick Jenkins. Because they're water-related rappers.
But you know,
True.
From the water tribe of Topia.
but since we're talking about rappers, you know what's crazy too? That who is
Amazing.
it? That Jonah Hill is actually gonna direct one of Gucci Mane's music videos.
I mean, Gucci can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, to put it plainly.
No, but Jonah Hill has done it before, supposedly for I don't know who he is,
I don't
but
care about that.
Daniel Brown. It's like, ain't it funny? I don't know what that is necessarily.
He direct. I mean, Jonah Hill direct. Damn.
Come on, but Jonah Hill is funny, so
I
he
don't
would
care about that
probably.
nigga. I do not care about Jonah Hill.
Ooh.
But Danny Brown.
Ooh.
First of all, I'm not trying to come at you, bro, but you
Mm.
may need to get out
Look.
I'm not
because
trying to come at you. Get out.
unless you mess
kid
with Ed
is a-
Sheeran, then that may cover
Nah,
you.
look.
But Jonah
Jonah
Hill is
Hill?
funny.
Jonah Hill's adorable. I love the kid. I love the kid.
I took that as an insult for him.
That's hilarious. Nah,
He
Jonah
is
Hill
funny.
Makes, Jonah Hill makes great movies. He knows his role. He plays them well. That nigga is adorable. I don't care. Right now, I'm talking about the other one,
The other one.
Danny Brown.
No,
Okay.
wait. You talk like it's another friend I know. His name is Reggie. Well, no, whenever you ever notice, whenever Reggie trying to get a point across, he go wait, stop, I don't care.
Because people is like always trying to push watch. I'm
People
like,
he be like, no, I do not care.
oh, wait,
Okay.
I gotta
So-
take this.
I thought you were gonna explain to me Danny Brown. Okay.
Wow,
I'm subbing in to keep the triple threat going.
Okay. So yeah, but I think that's lit. Like I didn't even know that they were that cool. That legit they had like a text message. I don't know if you saw the text. Did you?
I didn't.
Because it was funny. It was legit.
Really?
It said that that Gucci texted him saying like, "What's up, Vato? You know what it is.
Oh.
You know what's about to happen." And
You know
he's
the
like,
vibes.
and then he's like, "Wow, I've been waiting for this text all my life." And And supposedly Gucci's nickname is Guwap or something.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't listen to him.
He was
Did I pronounce it right?
jacking it.
Go up.
He was
Oh,
jacking
okay.
it for like a
I don't
for a hot
listen to
minute.
him, so that's why.
You
But that seems pretty lit. I feel like I would watch that. I don't know what song it's for though.
And you need to move closer to that. But
I don't know what song it's for, but I would keep out looking for that music video. It seems like it would be dope.
I mean, I feel you. I can't help being texted. Like, look, LeBron was A&R for 2 Chainz, so you know why not Jonah Hill for Gucci Mane? You know, working with him.
And then LeBron was also in Money in the Blow. That's like the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you.
That was so old.
LeBron,
I
yeah.
didn't
LeBron was there
LeBron
too.
was a lot of places.
Yeah.
You know, he be getting around. But
I mean,
Jonah Hill is also.
they played it like him playing in high school, I think. Or something. It was like last name ever. You see him standing around. First name, Chris.
Crying.
What the fuck did I walk in?
Nah, LeBron.
Oh.
He walked
Yeah,
into
that makes
LeBron.
I'm crying.
Nah, fucking what's his name? Russell Westbrook is like.
Just like that?
Yeah, it does. Like, after he like really does like a really good dunk, he falls like, oh.
That makes him, like if he's King Kong or something.
I mean, I don't know. He's just trying to be like, I'm a beast, my nigga. He's
I mean, y'all heard about Will Ferrell?
It's not Will Ferrell, it's Pharrell.
Pharrell? My
Pharrell is.
Will Ferrell's the other one, not my fault.
Pharrell is going to be hosting, I think it's called, technically it's about something in water. I don't know if you made like.
Celebrities underwater?
No.
Oh,
Something in the water.
Deathmatch.
He's having like a cultural like festival musical event in Virginia Beach. And it's actually really cool because it's other people are performing like SZA, Missy Elliott, Diplo. I don't know.
I know who Diplo is.
Yeah.
She's good. I like her music.
I want to take a hit of it. It's funny because I have Migos, because I have the artist in my head. I'm just like trying to remember. And other people, a lot of other people are going.
Travis Scott, Pusha T.
But it's underwater?
No, it is not underwater. What is your fascination with water?
You said something about underwater.
No, it's
earlier.
called something in water, something like that. Like some type of reference or something.
I thought it was, wait, it's called something in water?
Something like that. You're making me look bad.
Janelle Monáe. Janelle Monáe.
No, what's
Janelle
it called?
Monáe, yeah.
Uzi Vert.
Tell us what it's called.
What?
Tell us what the event is called.
Oh my goodness.
Bro.
Look it up. Just look it up, okay?
Okay, what else is
In
coming?
Virginia Beach.
Wait,
Something in the Water, a 3-day music festival.
Oh, it's that's called something in the
That's
water.
what I said!
I was trying to confirm this, but I wasn't sure.
Okay. And he's having this musical event, okay, for
Sounds
2
good.
days. It's from April 26th to 28th. Yeah, because you said 3 days?
It's a 3-day event. At least that's what I've
Okay.
seen.
And, which is cool, that there's actually going to be some screening for a movie that's a Netflix movie that's going to be coming out. So I guess they're going to show, like a trailer or something, and then they're going to talk about it.
How much are tickets?
And which I think is like even more cooler, that there's going to be some experts. I don't remember the other person's name. I don't want to like butcher it. Dipka? Something. But Jeffrey Canada, Sir Jeffrey Canada, shout out to Jeffrey Canada and Jeffrey Canada Jr., the homies, are going to be speaking there. I guess they're going to talk about like the what they have going on for the Harlem children.
During that?
Yeah, I guess. Well, they said that he was the president of it, so I don't know if he's going to speak upon other things.
If that motherfucker don't give me tickets, I'm straight up.
I'm crying.
I can't say that.
Wait, I'm so confused. What do you, I'm like...
We know him. We rap with him. You're on the track with him.
Who, Jay Canada?
Yeah, and his dad is actually like the president of this company or organization that helps Harlem children, you know, in the community.
But it comes from Harlem
That's
tickets.
amazing.
Yeah, Pops.
Yeah.
I respect that name.
Pops is...
Yeah, he's big. He met Obama and a whole bunch of other people.
Obama met him.
He met Oprah.
Obama met him. I want to hear that.
Oprah met him.
Oprah, yeah.
Obama was like, I want to meet this guy. No.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Put some respect on his name. For me.
Obama was like, bring this man.
Yeah, he was like, bring him here. Like,
Summon him.
But Pharrell was At first, I was kind of just thinking like, oh, they're having like an event and they just pick someone to host it. But this is actually like he's doing it because he's from Virginia, and actually like a lot of people, known people, not that I necessarily know, but he said people like had came up there, and supposedly it's like a great place to like achieve your goals and dreams. And
A lot of people are from Virginia.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that. I'm not saying that.
It's close.
I'm happy for them. I'm happy they lived in Virginia to get where they are, and they worked hard. I just don't know.
That's definitely gonna be a dope event for sure.
Yeah.
No, going to Virginia.
I mean, for that festival.
How much did it take us?
It better be free because I know the nigga.
Right?
I ain't say that too loud.
Jeffrey, hook us up, bro.
I'm a curse his ass.
I'm crying, bro. He's probably not even going himself.
Just block out your voice.
That's not mumbling in the back.
Oh my god, sorry, I have a headache.
But speaking of expansion,
you know, it's funny because I was gonna start that too.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about like which one.
oh
I have a
God,
headache and I kind of wanted to take another hit, but I can't do them.
we got like the same thoughts. Oh my god.
It's like we're the same person.
Or not?
Yeah, clearly not. No, not at all. But
She's
yes,
like me. She don't want to admit it. You know.
Expansion. Expansion.
Truth.
Are you when you say that? When you say that, are you talking
I was talking about the revival and the growth in the Asian residents. That
oh, that one. Yeah, I figured that. First of all, I actually had some issues with that, but let's start. So supposedly in Great Neck Plaza, which I don't even know where that is. That. What? Yo, I can't say nothing without doing something.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What the
I feel attacked.
Nobody was attacking you.
Yo,
Wow.
Can you take the hose, my guy? Like,
You're dumb.
there's too much pressure.
What?
Yeah.
You burned the man. Stupid. I'm playing.
I'm reading my bad.
No, I figured that, but I just.
It was just perfect timing as well.
Yeah, basically.
Exactly.
So does anyone know what
Hey,
Great Neck
talk
Plaza
this
is?
shit, bro.
'Cause I
Talk
don't
this
know.
shit.
Anybody know what what is?
Great Neck Plaza.
Ain't that like?
It's a plaza
Ain't
in
that like?
Great Neck.
Ain't that like
Smart.
fucking like Long Island or some shit?
Yeah.
Okay, Great
in
Neck
Great
Plaza.
Neck.
Yeah, facts.
No, but I mean, I heard of it, but I just didn't know like how far it is. Whatever.
Like,
But-
that shit in Bumblefuck, Long Island, right? It's over there
Yeah.
somewhere.
So
It's a
there-
great place. We
Well,
support
once
it.
you in Long Island, you in Bumblefuck. So.
Okay, so
After-
when have you been there before?
If
Though?
you would like
No,
us to
I don't
sponsor.
know.
No, fact, dude. I don't. Bumblefuck is Bumblefuck is Bumblefuck. Right?
So aside from Bumblefuckians, okay, living there,
That's what
do
they call it.
you have like a specific type of person that you think would live there? Because apparently,
Let's call them. Oh no, say what you're gonna say.
the Asian population is like the second most.
The Asian
Okay,
persuasion.
hold on.
Basically.
Second most. What's the first one?
White.
See, I was gonna say that earlier. I was gonna be like, let's call them settlers. Because I was trying to find a good way of saying it without.
Colonizer?
Talk your shit, bro.
Yeah.
But that was, first of all, that was crazy to me when I was reading that. I didn't think that like, I don't know, I just didn't think that they would be there for
Yeah.
whatever reason.
You know where I
But-
would settle?
No.
Trump Tower.
Hey.
I just want to take it,
Why?
kind of like they did.
Why? Talk your shit, bro.
It's a big building.
Facts.
Say I take it like they did, right?
Facts.
But instead, let's give like a couple floors to the homeless,
Facts.
right? It's a big ass tower. A couple
Yeah.
floors to the homeless.
Mhm.
Everything above that,
Facts.
gut, no, office space.
Oh.
Well,
Actually, I'm lying.
No, you need facts. You totally.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because we're gonna take the middle floors and
Bars.
turn that to turn that to apartments.
Facts.
After that, the top ones is gonna be office space.
Facts. I'm gonna fill the apartments with a bunch of Haitians too. How you saying? You feel me? Yes. It's okay.
And that has nothing, there's no correlation to what Trump said about Haitians.
Yeah.
He's not supporting this. I settled into that building.
Basically, we
and
took it.
I brought my people.
Facts.
Okay.
Because you say we should hold, right? So we gonna go ahead and work for ourselves. We don't need
We
no
gonna
ass.
do what they did to not be shitholes.
Facts. Stupid.
Instead of killing people, we're just gonna take it. That would kill him.
I'm not killing nobody.
That's a settler move, man.
So not that I don't care about your conversation, but I don't care about Trump, so I just don't.
I just wanted a big ass building to put people into.
Right.
I'm talking about helping the homeless, helping
yeah.
people who need homes,
And helping the Haitians.
and keeping up a revenue.
Well, let me tell you
People
why I
need to
got
do
upset about this, and this could have something to do with your Haitians.
Whoa.
Right, with you Haitians.
Okay, so apparently Asians are like the second biggest population there. So they're trying to like create, basically give more reason for other people, like for more of that population to come in with like adapting like stores and businesses and stuff like that. So as I'm reading this is great. Like they want to bring in more people, you know, but it annoyed me that you have like basically 50% of white people and Asian people. So why do you think to create more businesses just to like make that greater, but when you could bring other types of cultures here?
Okay.
Like I don't why does it have to, why can't it be like, oh, now let's put in more businesses to bring Hispanic and Latino people here or Haitian people, you know, like,
Because this is not a college campus and they don't need a government stipend.
I mean, mine makes
Mad
sense.
you're serious.
You
You're really
look
serious.
very Haitian.
Like if that hat was brown,
Yeah.
Right.
if the whole suit was green, you could be a leprechaun or Jamaican. Nah.
You were saying? I don't
Oh yeah, government stipends, diversity counts. Schools by law have to have a certain required amount of minority races in order to continue receiving funding from the state. There's a lot of things schools have, a lot of businesses, especially big ones, have to do specific things
Affirmative action.
in order to continue to receive money from the state. Prisons have to make, prisons and police have to, the police system has to retain a certain arrest rate, a certain amount of arrest.
That's why they stop you, and that's why they purposely stop you.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, basically. Hey, buddy, what you doing? Where you going?
Right.
Are you going home right now? Wait, so where's your home? Is it over there? Wait, so like, do you need help? Just get in the car. Just get in the car.
No.
It's crazy.
I didn't realize it was that
Are
like.
you being detained?
I didn't realize it was that deep though.
A lot of it is, you know,
You never realize it's that deep till you already in it.
Pause.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, social media records it.
Records what?
A lot of that bullshit that the government is doing now. We
Yeah.
have a lot more, because of social media, we're a lot more
We're
aware.
a lot more aware.
For sure.
Like that's all I
But
follow on Instagram.
that's.
Besides the ass and titties.
I mean, just because it is like, don't get me wrong, I love me some ass and titties, but I feel like the negative standpoint though is a lot more harsh than the positive. Like, okay,
For social media?
yeah, I feel like I can.
I mean,
if,
you're right.
if I have a question, you know, I could just go on Google and look it up and stuff like that, and then get like 15 articles about it. Get different opinions from other people that did the same research. They're just giving me more research.
What, so it's just affecting our younger generation?
I mean, yeah, because, okay, our parents didn't really have it. If they did, then it was, like, very poor. Not the level that it's on right now. But they're perfectly fine. And then I feel like my mom barely ever uses her phone, like, unless she's on Facebook or something like that. But now it kind of seems like people, you have to use it. Like, where's my phone?
And that we know is our sun sign. The sun sign represents your outward personality.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how you act when you're out and about doing your shit out in the world.
They have like a sign that came before you and then a sign that came after you.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Then we have the moon sign.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yeah, the moon sign describes your more inward personality because you're not necessarily the same by yourself as you are around people. Kind of like your outside and inside.
Mm-hmm.
So your third one is the ascendant. Now, the sun and the moon are two sides of a coin, essentially. The ascendant is the whole coin, the way I see it, because it's made up of how you see yourself and how other people see you. It's a composite. The ascendant is your truer sign, but everybody knows the sun sign. That's a part of the way the Western world, this world specifically, tries to reshape information to mislead people. But that's a different conversation in and of itself. What the fuck was I getting into?
Well, at first, you were explaining why. Because I'm a Leo, and why you kind of.
Oh yeah.
Because
No, I was explaining why this happened like that.
Yeah.
Why the thing fell. So he's an Aquarius. I say he goes from Aquarius to Virgo because of this. Well, actually, no. Aquarius and Virgo are just two extremes, but I can't put it like that. Like the zodiac is so connected, you can't have one thing without all the other ones.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna put it like that. Aquarius is a very etheric sign, right? Because for an Aquarius, the better for an Aquarius to do, the less questions you have to ask. Like, don't ask these niggas.
Clearly.
No, don't ask these niggas nothing.
Clearly.
Nothing. Let them work. They will do it. That's it.
Keep speaking. This man,
You wanna know how I
making,
know?
he making some
Because I'm an
sense.
Aquarius ascendant. My sun and moon are both Virgo. My ascendant is Aquarius. So essentially, you can say I'm an Aquarius. But I can pick whatever sign I want. It's me. Anybody won't tell me nothing.
Okay.
But
I don't
that
really know what mine
energy,
is
that knowing, that is kind of like that voice in your head. You don't question the voice in your head when it tells you what to do things because you know it's you.
Yeah.
It knows shit. That's the same. That's a whole Virgo. That's not Virgo. That's a whole Aquarius's being. That's why things happen around them. That's when you're talking about the winds of change. Nigga. You move with the winds of change, whether or not you realize the only difference is you're an Aquarius sun. So when you're out and about, you kind of move with that energy, so it's always moving for you. Mine is baseline for myself, so it's kind of like it's there, and it will always be there. I just have to interact with it. But other conversation.
That would make sense for my L's. It's the winds of change.
Yeah, my nigga. Think about
Now
it.
I get it.
The L's happened, but after the L's, you found what you was looking for. Ain't nothing to slow you down. It just pushed you forward, right?
Kind of, sort of. In a
I
way.
have no idea what my
Yeah.
sun and moon.
No, I can tell you how to find out the rest of those things later. You know what your sun is. That's Leo.
Okay.
So like that's why all the I'm really heavy on change because I'm a Virgo. Virgos are always thinking about shit. We will Virgos live in two places, out here and in their head, at all times. Whether or not we tell people, we don't care about whatever the fuck y'all niggas do.
Clearly.
We have a plan for everything. Like, we're not gonna.
I don't care about y'all. The chapter just came out. I don't care.
Like, literally, somebody can break in through the door and come in swinging. We're already out, walking down the block like nothing. Like,
Fuck this. Yo, I see this.
Fuck this
I
shit
see
up.
yo, I'm telling you. Nothing.
I'm laughing because he sounds just like me when I be like, nah, like, yo, you will see me down the block. I'm like, I be telling these, you hear me, when I talk to these niggas, I be saying the same shit. I be like, yo, you know Goku? Shh, that's me, I'm disappearing.
I'm excited for my part to see how relatable it is.
Miles Nipsey, shout out to him by the way.
Yeah, Nipsey.
That shit just disappeared.
Yeah.
I be telling these niggas.
Like, I'm telling you, ain't nobody.
There ain't no
Nothing. They're like, people keep. There's no words, bro. There's no words.
Bro,
You can't even tell these niggas.
You
You can't even tell these niggas.
Bro, I'm disappearing, bro.
So just the stuff that be going on our head is unfathomable. Like we just be everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of the reason why.
I'm just letting him talk. You understand why I'm like the way I am just by talking to him. Just
Continue.
I don't gotta say shit. I got like a part 2 over here.
All right,
Like
so
a twin.
now when you think about it like this, he's a Virgo sun, he's an Aquarius sun. I come in with all three of these signs, but my balance is askew because there's 2 Virgos and there happen to be 2 Virgos in Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
So that energy just like multiplied, and we all do music, and that energy multiplied. So
Die.
wait, hold on. Wait. Now we know the vibe is lifting because we chilling, we vibing, shit is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Now we was talking about this thing, we was understanding things were being said. You are a Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Leos are very headstrong. Not as headstrong as
A Taurus.
actually no.
I heard they
Hold on,
bad
hold on.
motherfuckers.
Being headstrong and stubborn are 2 different things.
Oh,
Mm.
Because it goes
That bro just want
hold
to
on.
Let him finish.
From
Look
headstrong
at this.
to stubborn, it goes Leo, Taurus, Aries. Now, there's definitely another one, but we're not going to worry about that right now. It's funny because Leo's a fire sign, Taurus is an earth sign, Aries is an air sign. There's a Pisces is the stubborn water sign, I'm pretty sure. If it's not Pisces, then it's Pisces. I have a thing of Pisces. Don't ask me about Pisces. But alright, so like you're headstrong, you're always moving forward. You were trying to get shit done the whole time. We're goofing off talking about other shit, but you're still vibing with the conversation, so kind of like intermixed. Now we had achieved a balance and trying to put in the whole thing together. Because remember how I said nationality and then sign, because we're kind of still gonna know each other a little bit because I'm kind of new in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
So it was balancing, and then it was Marcus's turn, and literally everything is done.
Bro.
Because he's the Aquarius.
I hate y'all.
Every time. Like my corneas don't matter.
Marcus, literally every time you're dealing with this
Where's
life,
my
bro,
water? That's
We don't even get like a warning.
Bro, every time.
Oh, okay. I think it's okay to turn around and it's me in the face.
I like the other one better.
Yeah, me
The
too.
black one was way better.
Yeah,
Because it's black.
yeah.
Every time, Marcus.
I'm just shifting through.
Every time you in this light, bro. Every time.
I like high key want you to keep telling me about me. Just
Yeah.
by talking about Leos.
You probably have some other signs. We're going to do some research. That's what we're going to do. Take out your phone.
Okay.
You too. We're going to do you later. You
Should
set
I
it
do
up.
this shit right now?
Pause.
If you feel like it.
No.
Okay.
I'm just listening.
Okay, what am I?
Cafe astrology.
Cafe astrology. Cool.
Or just type in natal chart. I don't know if that's the website.
Cafe.
There's going to be astrology cafe or cafe astrology. I don't know what the fucking website is called.
We got some.
Yeah, cafe astrology.
Nice. Click on that motherfucker. Then find the natal chart or birth chart. You're going to say one or both.
Things happen around me. Huh.
Yes.
I noticed. I really noticed.
And you are entirely at fault for each and every single one of those things happening. But at the same time, entirely not at fault. It don't make no damn sense. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Yeah, bro. L's, bro. It just be coming, bro.
Tell me, it don't make no sense. Don't worry about it. Just do what you gotta do, and you'll be alright. Trust me. You know. So you gotta remember.
Bruh.
You execute your plans. That's it.
Please.
I'm sorry, can you tell me
The
what
bigger
box
ones,
it
not
is
the smaller
again?
ones. The bigger ones. I have the same
'Cause
problem.
I'm like...
I have two of them. I don't know how many you have. I have two Virgos. Nigga, have my plans have plans, and those plans have plans to go somewhere else and make plans. I ain't doing nothing.
I need you around more. Somebody that can understand me.
What was...
I need you around more.
What am I doing
Okay,
again?
so it's gonna ask you to put in like your information, your date of birth, the time you were born, and where you were born. It needs all of this because it'll tell you exactly all the stars in the sky in relation to where you were born. Because that's kind of how it works. It's not like, if you think about it like this, every time a child is born, the stars are aligned. Because the stars are already there. They're aligned in a specific order, and then the child is born. It's not like they're both, it's not like a direct correlation, but the sky has always told people things since the beginning of time, and it still does. Just like the earth tells us things.
I'm gonna throw this in the middle of the podcast, confuse everybody. I've
Fact.
been wanting to do this.
Because he's an Aquarius. I love that idea.
Bruh.
Yeah, nigga. I would do some shit like that. Just fuck these niggas up. Just cause. That sounds
Just
funny as
cause,
hell.
bro, yeah.
Wanna know why? Cause, nigga.
They just cut. We just cut.
And there's like a deep conversation. Everybody's just like,
Huh.
niggas just thinking this shit. Did you find it? Do you know what time you were born? A lot of people don't know what time you were born.
I don't. I know it was at night. No, it was in the afternoon. Yeah, it
The
was in
time
afternoon.
is important to
I
get the
like-
ascendant, but you can always
Either
get the
I'm on
information
the
later.
right- I'm
You said
either on
cafe
the wrong
what?
thing or I'm like really
No, you're
bad.
at the right place.
Astrology or something?
Cafe astrology.
There you go.
Or just type in natal chart.
Mm.
I'm gonna try natal chart.
No, you're on the right website. I know you are.
Okay.
Pass me your phone. I'm gonna see if I can get you to the right place that's putting the information. Cause the site map is a little stupid. I'm gonna hit the main. Virtual sensations.
Has your grandma, has anyone ever made the chaka?
Chocolate?
No, chaka.
What the fuck is chaka?
You know, it's made out of, like, it's a soup made out of, like, it's almost like, it's like,
So this was like
sauce
peanut
bar,
butter.
but they
chocolate.
put corn in it, and, like, it's more of a soup, and then it has beans, and it has corn in it. You never had it?
Nah, I don't.
My grandmother, they used to, my great grandmother,
We're doing the thing. The triple threat with it.
That's
We're doing the backlash.
that's what the national TV.
Yeah, hey.
You're great. You know, you're doing a good job. Thanks for taking care of everything, because you got to teach me how to do that, so it's not always easy. But I'm just saying.
I'm saying positive things for you. Keep trying to be confusing.
I'm not gonna ask you too many questions because I can only imagine how annoying that is.
No, it's fine.
Like someone finds out, oh, I'm a therapist.
Hey,
Define me.
Huh?
you like herbs and spices?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Okay.
This shit has seasoning in it. I'm not playing games. You can ask me anything you want. I don't mind asking questions. Learning is a positive thing. People should want to learn.
So, okay.
Oh boy.
So can you tell me why maybe, I mean, obviously I don't pay attention to this too much because I don't necessarily think that everything about yourself is based off of like your zodiac sign.
Well, not necessarily. It's not going to be all based off of your zodiac stuff. Like, people are very nuanced, but I'm telling you right now, if you put in all your information and you read through this shit on here, you're going to be pretty scared. Well, not scared. I got scared because this shit was, I'm not going to say scared. It was just like, why the fuck do you have all this information about me that I don't have about you anywhere? It's not like they tell you, it's really weird how they like tell you things about yourself that are just like about yourself.
Because I was going to ask you, what do you think about Aquariuses that like they like to give positivity?
Every day with you.
Right? No warning. They can give out positivity, but you get it back and it's just like die. Like suck it, they can die. Like
because let me do what I do. Don't copy me.
don't copy me.
I can honestly say whatever I want. The reason is mine. He has his reason.
Oh my god.
I just don't like nice shit. I grew up, when I came to America, I had to learn America. I grew up in New York, in Brooklyn, then Queens.
That's
my
go.
gosh.
I knew it.
I'm not
I can hear it in
shit.
your
What part of
voice.
Brooklyn?
Brownsville, then
Damn.
Flatbush. After that, I'm
See, you know what it was? It was because I heard, I felt like the way you speak, because I know someone that lives in Flatbush and it like sounds similar.
The slower I go, the more
Like, he doesn't sound like Pablo to you?
myself.
A little bit? Literally, we have a manager named Pablo. Okay. I like want to, okay, I'm just going to say it. But that's also like with online stuff. Like my mom's like, you never go to the store anymore to like get clothes. I just do it all on Amazon. Which is actually going to get me into something else. So, y'all ready to listen? Because I'm about to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I've been listening.
I know.
Mostly here.
I had to make it dramatic. I had to make it dramatic.
Fuck your shit, sis.
This actually got me tight too. But
Get loose.
Amazon and it's funny because I don't even know what Tesla is, which is really sad. Like I heard of it, but I don't know what that is.
Tesla is a car company that makes electric
I
cars.
figured that. I figured that. I got that. I was just like, yeah, okay.
We're too honest on this podcast about our information and our knowledge of it.
That's why you can edit it.
I'm not.
Okay. Then, okay.
So,
I'm not worried about it. Okay.
That's what shit, sis.
So apparently they're gonna shut down stores and stuff like that because they want to put everything online. But Amazon wants to not only have things online, but they want to make their own stores. That's a little scary. Amazon is doing way too much now.
Tesla's doing way too much.
Drones, people.
So
I'm gonna just learn how to fly. That's it.
So my whole thing is like I kind of think that I like that Amazon wants to like create stores because I feel like look at how they like just knocked down all the Toys R Us's and Pizza Huts, you know. So it's like
The franchises.
yeah, it's like why do you want everything to be on technology online? Like let's actually walk into a store,
It's because
you know, and go out and then it just like I understand convenience, but at the same time, okay, so you were working at Toys R Us and then you got fired. That's affecting your money because other people want to do everything online and not come in the store. Like, why are they going to pay you if no one comes in here? But that's just...
It does take away a lot more jobs, but they don't have to hire those people.
Exactly, they don't have to pay people. If they can just do it online, they don't need to pay people to really
It's all about money. Everything's money. You save money by not.
I know. So then you may as well apply to like be a customer service person for Amazon,
That's
just so you can get money.
It's eventually going to get to that, and there's going to be drone operators pretty soon once they start implementing the drones to deliver them the packages
like robots and shit like
and
that.
provide and then the truck drivers will be obsolete.
This robot be like iRobot, and then it's going to turn to fucking Terminator. I'm telling you. They already made the movies.
They already made the robots, and the robots are already talking about taking over, and they all laugh.
The robots are talking.
Oh yeah, no, there's a video. It's a girl. It's called Sophia. It's a real artificial intelligent robot.
Don't even tell me about that.
Bro, we already have Alexa. We have fucking
It
Siri.
can move, and it was like, humans need to be knocked out. And everyone was like, haha, what? And everyone was like, I guess that was just a malfunction.
I'm telling you, iRobot right now. I'm down the block when that happens.
iRobot is coming. The Terminator is coming. We're about to get it. And I'm telling you, like in the next 20 years.
Which one was the one that Will Smith did? iRobot? Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
And it's gonna get all its information from social media. All these robots are gonna learn from social media and learn how we think and how we work and how we move.
Oh, yeah, it's clip.
I mean, we already go against each other on social media with all this teen violence.
It's clip. I'm telling you, it's clip.
You're so smart.
Stay off social media. Basically, I don't know.
Okay, but do you think people can actually do that? But
do what?
Staying off of social media.
No.
It's too addicting.
Why?
I don't know.
Because people like that shit way too much, bro.
Fuck social media.
Keep that energy.
Fuck social media. Social media is pointless.
I mean,
it's not pointless.
It's not, but it's just. I used to do it just to connect with the
rappers become Insta stars because of social media. What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell you two things about social media real quick.
Mm-hmm.
One, just like everything else, it's all about what you do with it. So, despite the fact that social media may have started off as a piece of nonsense,
I mean,
I feel like it was effective.
It developed into something that connects people without a doubt.
Yeah, for me,
I just don't like it because people post nothing but nonsense around me. People like, there's so much information out there, people are posting it on social media. Mm-hmm. But people would rather remain in a realm of social media where there's nothing but nonsense. It's kind of like
that's what I'm saying.
The realm of information.
People let take over their lives too much.
What do you think about access then? So you think that only certain people should be allowed to use certain levels of social media?
Everybody should.
That doesn't make sense.
Free will. The reason why you're stuck on social media is because of you. Don't blame because Facebook is too addictive. No. If you want to be like this up all night, all day, all night, and be like this, and then want to be like, I don't know why I'm on social media all the time. And this is your fault.
That was me on Facebook.
You can just do like this and go to sleep. You feel me? But it's all your fault. It's free will,
But I feel like people
are bullying other people.
People don't. But people will like. I feel like with World Star, at first it was funny, but then I feel like people would purposely fight just so they could put it on World Star, and then they do, and then you criticize other people, and then it turns into like, all right, so I'm gonna give me your addy because I'm gonna beat your ass. And then some people like all this unnecessary violence happens.
That's also like blaming like guns for killing people. It's not really the guns because the guns is just doing their
job.
No,
I know that. I know.
You gotta blame the people because you feel me So social media is just doing its job.
Yeah, stuff doesn't exist without people.
Look, things are created to have a purpose, right? Just like the mic has a purpose to take the sound, put it into the computer, show it to the video. You can't just get mad at the mic for recording the video. You can't be like, why the fuck would you record me saying that? Stupid. You can't get mad at the mic. You feel me? You can't get mad at social media for doing something that it's supposed to do. Yeah. It's supposed to share shit around. You get mad at the people for putting the shit into social media and having social media be like, alright, I send over here, I send over there, I send it everywhere. Now enjoy. That's social media. It's just like enjoy this.
Yeah, but then people start to use it to do harm.
That's what I'm saying. People. Social media is not harming nobody. It's the people that's making social media harm people.
So people have always been that bad, and now they have the access to be worse.
Yeah.
Nah. People are just misguided, and now they're using. Now they have too much power. It's kind of why. You want to know what happened? This is kind of why the dark ages happened. Because if you look at social media now, if you don't have internet. If where you're living doesn't have access to the internet, you're kind of living in a dark age because you don't have access to information that people now have globally.
Yeah.
When people now had access to read books, they took books away from people because you're not going to learn this. Because if you learn this, you're going to have your own ideas and start thinking things. And people generally like to have people think like them because, well, If people think like you at least know people not gonna mess with you because they think like you do. You don't want certain things to happen.
People don't want to be different.
Yeah, people who think alike generally don't mess with each other. That's basically what I mean.
It's gotten to a point where now
they say great minds think
alike. Yeah.
But like, if you really sit there and think about it, if it was a great mind,
the greatest minds think differently.
Yeah.
The greatest minds think differently.
Because think of Socrates, think of Plato. Great minds think differently.
It's gotten to such a point on social media that being weird is now being normal. Like, everyone has to have their own weird, like,
you see what I'm saying?
To get into, to be clear.
Like, people who don't know enough about themselves get on a place where some people know about themselves and some people don't, and everybody's trying to be something.
Trying to be something new.
Yeah, everybody wants attention.
Basically,
it's really just for attention.
Basically, just be yourself. You feel me? You don't have to walk around wearing some green, like a green hat, like just because you see me doing it. Like I just put this on.
That looks stupid.
Okay, you feel me? But like you feel me? Like I do, but it's like I do goofy shit though. You feel me? That's what I'm a silly nigga. You feel me?
I would put the hat on too, but I know it looks stupid.
Yeah, I know it looks stupid. You feel me? I know I look retarded right now.
He looks like nah. Put it on the other way. Go see how fucking.
A little bit better.
Yeah,
nah, bro. See, you look.
It's still a goofy.
You look like you just left the Jamaican party.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. See the bed coming in, dead ass.
Oh my god.
But I do what I want because I do what the fuck I want. You don't gotta follow me. Dwight told you to listen to me.
I mean, and it even affects relationships.
Facts. And people don't be knowing themselves, my nigga.
Yeah. And you end up having kids that you don't want to have.
Because of social media, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
Also,
social media didn't make you get that bitch pregnant. You got that bitch pregnant.
Speaking of that, I have a question. Okay, you ready?
No.
You ready?
I'm
scared.
You ready?
Hold on, you gotta give me like 5 minutes.
I'm scared.
Well, I said 5 minutes. You wanted me to get ready?
My fault.
I asked you the question, and then when he answers you,
yeah.
I got excited.
Good.
Yeah, right.
I got excited.
You know what? You got excited. It's alright. Go ahead, tell me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck the fact that I'm scared.
I'll be brave.
Yeah.
And you're fine with that, whatever, cause you're responsible. You know, you did the do, whatever. You put your part in. You put your part in her, and now there's gonna be a part of you in this world. So, but she doesn't want to keep it.
It depends.
But no. But I'm not asking you if.
Am I broke?
But I'm not. No. But
That's
no. This has. Okay, don't get me wrong.
I'm sorry.
This has nothing. This has nothing to do with if. You know, if you want to keep it, I'm not, it doesn't matter if you have money or not, whatever.
Just ask the question.
But do you think that your opinion matters?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Why?
so because
where'd she get that kid from?
For whatever reason, some people, I'm not going to say females and males, but some people seem to think that because it's the woman, you know, carrying it, and then she, automatically, whether you want to be involved or not, unfortunately, it's dependent on her, what she does with that child, because for whatever reason, that society seems to think of it that way, even if you're more fit than her. So, go ahead.
I know what you mean, and I get that, but actually, I understand where they got this idea from, but it's because of how the world has treated women for so long. Now that, especially in the recent years, like the past 15 years, there's been such a strong push for people to listen to what women are telling them so we don't do the same shit again. Mm-hmm. That a majority of women, especially with this whole feminist thing, are going crazy. And I'm not going to say going crazy. They taking it all the way. They taking the whole thing. Like, you know, niggas gave you an inch, they took the whole thing. And I understand you had, before it was a conversation about abortion, about who has a say, because before it was just like, if the man didn't want the baby got aborted and that was it. And I was like, that's wild. Like, women had no say, but now it's the same thing in the opposite direction. But regardless of whatever you're in, there needs to be a mutual respect between the two people involved.
Does there?
Fuck yes, there do.
She's holding that baby for 9 months.
Hold on, nigga. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Pick one, planned or unplanned. This is your life. Just a scenario.
You know,
it's a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
Unplanned.
Unplanned. Say you get a woman pregnant by accident, right? Completely by accident. Now, you may not necessarily have planned on getting her pregnant, but
you did.
You did.
Right.
Right? Now,
because you a hoe. Sorry, I had to.
So
she didn't mean that, everyone. We love all our viewers. Unplanned or not, or planned.
I was talking about you specifically.
So
okay, good.
She wants to get.
Never mind, fans.
Fuck y'all. So she wants to get. She doesn't want to keep the kid,
Okay.
right? But you do.
Mm.
Do you think you telling her would matter? It's not even about what. Okay, answer the question first.
No, it wouldn't matter.
It wouldn't matter.
Of course.
Now, it's not even about the fact of whether or not it would matter, because in this situation, it's unplanned. But at the same time,
Oh, damn.
she has to consider you. Now, she can definitely make the decision not to keep the kid because you guys don't know each other for shit. But think about people who have relationships and like one of them gets pregnant, but one person doesn't want to keep the kid, and the other one doesn't. Then it becomes a conversation of like, the fuck do we do? And that's when niggas need to be respectful of both people's sides. Now, that's just out the box. But if, let's say, you were dating for a while and you weren't planning on getting pregnant, but like it happened, and you wanted to keep the kid and she didn't, that's a whole different story. At that point, you would want her to consider what you say.
Naturally. But you know, when you're there, it's later on in life, and you make that kind of decision. If she doesn't want it and you want it, that's her physical body.
I understand.
That's her 9 months, and that's her pushing, and if there are complications, that's her life.
Yeah.
So, I get it, considering your opinion to have the kid, but at the same time, it's like, fuck your opinion. Because you can have your opinion, but they can still dismiss you.
No.
And that's because
it's not about dismissal. That's the thing. Because the question was whether or not the opinion matters. Fuck yes, the opinion matters.
Of course, the opinion matters.
And that's the point. Because it's like, even if after you tell her,
right,
she still doesn't want to keep the kid, if she just goes and does it behind your back, that's fucked up. If she talks to you about it and is like, look, I understand you want to keep the kid, but I don't. You guys talk about it, you figure it out, you have a respectful conversation about it.
What if I give you another scenario?
Okay.
She wants you to have a vasectomy. You don't want one. Does her opinion matter?
Her opinion matters. She can tell me why she doesn't want me to have the vasectomy.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna get it.
Exactly.
Well, you could tell it, keep it or keep the kid or not keep the kid, and it don't.
That's the point. It's not about it not mattering. The point is, this still needs to happen.
Also, that's different.
You feel like
it's different from having a baby. Think about it.
Of course.
Vasectomy is happening to you. I mean, yeah, but it's happening to you. It's you, but it's not really affecting her at all. Having a child is affecting both of y'all because it's your DNA and her DNA. So my thing is, I just don't like how like they a lot of people, I'm not gonna say girls or men, or whatever, a lot of people, they assume that just because the woman has the baby, they don't give a fuck what the man has to do. That man's opinion it doesn't matter. You feel me? I don't like that, right? And of course, no, we're not the ones that's going to experience the whole giving birth, childbirth, and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like part of that child is me. You feel me?
Yeah.
Half of that child is me. That's 50% of me. So at least let hear me out. Feel me? Even if you're going to say fuck my opinion at the end of the day, just hear how I gotta feel about it. Hear how I want to feel about it. How you know I'm not? How you know if I know? Okay, yeah, I may be a fucked up nigga, right? But kid come out. And I'm just like, damn, I gotta change my ways. You feel me? Cause that usually a lot of time happens. Look at Offset. He had culture. The man trying to change his whole life around now because of his kids. Said it on his new album. Shout out to his new album, by the way.
Fire.
But it's like at least hear the man out because. And then you never even know after hearing them, because you probably, and this happens to all women, they get treated bad by men, but you hearing, and they probably just going off of just motion, fuck that nigga, fuck this baby, I'm killing this shit, you feel me? But then they hear the niggas like, whoa, okay, I know I'm fucked up, but like, but it's like, if I think I can, really help, with this, help you with this baby, and he tries to show you. Now you gonna be like, oh, maybe you gonna take it, you gonna see him do that. May just happen, you feel me? But at least, you're never gonna know unless you find out, you feel me? And you never know. That could be the next president.
I feel like a good compromise, at least, maybe not necessarily good for obviously one person out of the two, but okay. So the female may not want to have the baby for whatever reason. but he does. Maybe a compromise would be like, okay, you have the baby,
and then
but I raised it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that obviously would have a big toll on your relationship if you're together. But you know what? I understand you don't want to go through that 9 months, because I'm sure that's a terrible feeling. You know, but at the same time, it's like this person still matters. So if you don't want to be part of the child's life, or you feel like you can't deal with certain situations, it's like, okay, so you do this for me, give me my child, our child, but I'll raise it as my own.
And then you can just
do as you wish, but just give me my. You don't have. We both win regardless. I know that's a big thing.
Like, I'm not
to me that would
on child support just to be petty. Yeah. I don't believe in child support just to be petty.
That's what I came here for.
No, you feel like you don't want to be in the child's life. I'm fine, cool. I'm not gonna accept your help. I'm not gonna accept none of that.
Sus wanted to say something.
Oh, my fault.
I mean, you all make great points, but again, there are complications with pregnancy. So for her to take your opinion into account, even if she really strongly resents having the kid but wants to reach a compromise with you, what if she loses her life and has the kid? Now, how are you gonna live with that?
I mean, but I'm just.
How are you gonna live with that?
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Yes, there are complications during childbirth, but that has a lot to do with the person's health.
Right.
But a lot to do with the person's health. Hold on.
What if her health was already messed up?
Hold on. Wait. We didn't even get that far. She didn't even have a baby.
She
had a baby.
She just got pregnant.
Look, they say two to tango. So this whole thing happened because you both decided you wanted to do this one thing.
Right. That
thing led to something else. She didn't just have a baby out of nowhere.
Of course.
2 became 3. So you are both responsible for this child. Now, yes, the woman is going to have to carry and birth the child. We all know this. There is nothing we can do to change this. So yes, she has more of. You could say that the woman has more of a say because she has to literally do the work.
Right.
But it's still the both of you responsibility.
Because both of y'all's child.
Yeah,
of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, if she does not want to listen to your opinion about whether or not to keep this child, that's her problem. Because in any kind of relationship, there needs to be mutual respect and communication. I forgot this nigga had hit me up.
Text him.
But
that's what I'm about for it to ring out.
Yeah, so it won't look like you canceled.
Yeah. But I don't know. I see where you're coming from with her carrying it, but I don't know. Because then it could go into like a whole other conversation, but it's like people automatically think that a lot of men don't want to do that, and then here he is, and it's just like, I understand. I like your statement as far as like you could give me your opinion, all that, and I'll take that into account if that's how you feel, but that doesn't necessarily.
Like, I'm not telling you have to.
As long as you hear the reason out, because it's like okay, so say.
It's different from saying I don't care and then like taking it into consideration.
Well, it's like think about it like this. Say you tell her you want to keep the baby, right? But then she's like, "Look, I understand," but then she gives you XYZ reason as to why she does not feel like she's ready to have this baby. Right. And you get it, and then you join her side. Right. If you have a conversation about it, shit change.
There's always a conversation about it.
No, there isn't.
Because now, what if she don't tell you, and then what if she don't tell you she got pregnant? She just gives birth of it.
So do you think
some women don't tell the guy that they get pregnant?
And do you think there should be a law in place that if hear me out. Do you think there should be like a law or something in place where if she does go to the hospital, because she's gonna need to make a few visits, probably more than likely, and they have record of her now, she's pregnant, and they take DNA tests and they find out who the father is? Do you think that it should be then the government's responsibility to contact that said father?
Don't put that.
I don't think
because now you just
because you want to confirm, you want to have this conversation, etc. Right?
At the same time, but now you just having
ask the question again. Hold on, I'll ask the question again.
Okay. Now, do you think that once she enters the hospital, maybe it's not for giving birth, maybe it's just a check-in or whatever the case may be, that once she's there and the government in that hospital has the files and they know that she's pregnant, they do a DNA test, they know who the father is, do you think that the government should then have a law or something in place where they are allowed to contact that father and make sure that he's aware that his kid or kids are out there inside this woman, possibly already about to be born? Like, do you think they should contact? Because some females keep it to themselves, some do it out of spite, some do it for various different reasons, some do it for good reasons. So, do you think that should be a thing? Yes or no? And why? Because then it goes back to the opinion, it goes back to the conversation, or the lack thereof.
Okay. All I was going to say is, that's kind of not how it works in the hospitals.
Of course.
Like, I get where you're coming from.
Right.
I feel like...
Do you think it should work like that?
Personally, that would be really fucked up. Like, because I understand what you're saying, but the way it would happen it'd be really weird.
Of course.
Because after the woman has the child, right? Whether or not the husband shows up, whether or not there is a husband, she can still have the child by herself. Afterwards, when they present her with the baby, and she's still like, they give you the name, they ask you to fill out the birth certificate and all that stuff, and ask for information. When they get to the father part, I mean, if there's nothing to put down, they could go ahead and take that kid DNA and find out who the father is, but it's not a thing that they would have to check that person against everyone. Like, she could have went on vacation, fucked some dude, came back, had this kid. Like, it'd be really difficult.
Right.
And on top of that, like, imagine, say it's say the woman got raped, but she still decided to keep the baby, and this system was already in place, and they found out who the father is,
right? And
she tried to get away from this person. Now that person has been notified.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to it.
But you see, with that said, that's a perfect example of what I was going to get into. But I don't think that type of law should be placed. But what law I was thinking that I feel like should be put in place is as far as abortions. Because I feel like, again, everyone has an opinion, all of that. But I feel like nowadays people are kind of taking advantage of it to the point where, like, oh, I'm pregnant, I could just take a plan B or, like, go get an abortion. I kind of feel like it would be safer if it was like, okay, you know how with welfare you have to, like, show proof that you're in need of this assistance? I feel like if there was a law in place where it's like, okay, maybe you can only have, like, two or three abortions because you shouldn't abuse the system.
No, yeah, that
and then it's like, okay, or if you fill out a form or report that you were raped, you're set for that. You can have the abortion.
Now, what if people start lying?
But you can't just lie on a tax form and say that, oh, I'm broke, so I need welfare. Like, you have to show legitimate proof as to why you need this abortion.
With the rape thing, shut up.
No, I'm saying this.
I know what you like.
I know it sounds weird coming from me.
With the rape thing.
How blunt you was. I was raped. Give me plan B.
I want to add one more thing to that. So it's like, okay, because some people feel like they're not financially set or stable, right? So then it's like, if you show that I have, like, if I own, like, 3 Bentleys and stuff like that, and I have this fancy house, or just whatever, you can afford to support a baby. I don't think that you should use that as an example in order to, like, not have this child, you know, because you chose unless it was rape, but you have the choice to do it unprotected or protected. You still, whether the condom for whatever reason broke or something like that, you made that choice because you knew the risks. So I don't feel like financial stability or whatever should be a reason. Unstability or whatever should be a reason. If you could show me that you're, like, on welfare or you're unemployed at the moment and you can't support a child, then then you can get the abortion.
People need a reason for their abortion.
Yeah, exactly. Because then you're just killing something for no reason or because whatever.
I mean, there's a reason.
No, I know that was bad. But you get what
I get what you're saying. Because think about it like this.
No, hold on.
I'll say what you're gonna say.
I was something down.
I was gonna say this one thing because, like, there's a reason for everything, right?
Yeah.
But, like, what you're doing right now is only you putting reasons into 2 categories: a good reason and a bad reason. Yeah. Just because you're rich and you can afford the baby doesn't mean that. What if mentally I'm not ready for a baby? I think money's everything right now.
And I'm assuming that you're thinking that this rich person is a male and not the female. Obviously.
I mean, no. It just if you have the capability of having a child, whether it's a female or a male. Like I understand the woman is going there, but if she has the money or her husband has the money, she could be rich and he could be a janitor that's not getting paid well. But like it doesn't matter.
What if they're both poor? What if they're not poor? What if they're two college kids living with their parents? They only have regular jobs.
Okay,
does that exempt them from that?
That's what I'm saying. That should be like.
All right, hold on.
What I'm saying, like a qualification as to why you won't have the baby. Wait. You have a reason.
So I got what she was saying. What she was basically saying is people should have a reason for why they're getting the abortion. She had her reasons behind it, but what the law would basically be is when you go to get an abortion, you have to explain why.
Yeah.
Like, say you'd only be entitled to 2 or 5. No, say you're entitled to 3 abortions yearly or some shit, right? Like
I feel like that should be throughout your whole life, though.
No, hold on. Like, it sounds dumb, but it's just like a way to have the system in place. Like people don't really need to. Like, who's really gonna need 3 abortions every year?
You never know.
Yeah.
No, you never know. That's true.
You never
but
know.
it's like you're entitled to.
You know, prostitution is a job, right?
I know. Just listen. The 3 would be like just there. They're not going to ask you no questions. After that, you need to explain. But it's kind of like this. Imagine if, there's 2 things behind that one, right? Now, if not every time, but after the 3rd one, they have to explain why they're getting an abortion, right? I mean, it might help people make different decisions if you have to sit and physically write down why you have to. Like, as a woman, if you are going to get more than 1 abortion, I'm not saying there are definitely things that happen in life, but say like you went through a very promiscuous period and now you feel like this isn't necessarily what you want in your life because a lot of things happen to you that you didn't necessarily want. Because sometimes people do things promiscuously and they enjoy themselves. Things don't necessarily
work out the way you plan.
No, sometimes it does work out the way you plan, sometimes it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. If you happen to fall on times you weren't expecting, then I don't know, maybe you writing this thing down every time you need to go do it will help you turn that shit around. But it's kind of like, say, people needed to write down why they were purchasing a gun every time they were purchasing a gun. Yeah. How many guns do you think they would still be selling? How many people would be like, damn, I don't know what the fuck to write down.
We can't even talk about the gun laws because there's so many things in the reform.
It's not about the gun laws. I'm talking about the process in which we're getting to these things. It's like you're doing this thing that people have a very iffy opinion on, and you're just telling us why you're getting this thing done. Yeah. We're not judging you. We're just asking you why.
Yeah.
Well, let me say this. There's some people who don't give a fuck. They'll write it down every single time, the same reason or different reasons that they come up with. Who's exempt? Once the government reads your reason why, who's exempt from having an abortion and why? And who are you to exempt them from not having a kid? Are you taking care of the kid? What if they don't want a kid? What if they thought they did in the beginning and then they just really don't? And now what? You're going to put that kid in a bad situation because now they're forced to take care of that kid. And then you hear a lot of times the parents off themselves and the kid.
Yeah, you're right. But the thing is, I didn't say they'd be exempt. I just said they had to write down the reasons.
So they don't do anything.
No, that's bullshit. If you are dating this girl, right, and, she doesn't like to use condoms, but she also doesn't want to have a kid. Pregnancy is abortion. And, like, after the 3rd time, you're writing down why you, like...
That seems very contradicting, too.
It does. But, I mean, I'm making this up. It's not like there's a person out there.
No, I know.
But, like,
which I actually wanted to get to
they're thinking about a lot of things around what you're talking about.
Yeah, but, like, there's definitely somebody out there who is, like, they want to have crazy wild sex, but they don't necessarily want to have a kid.
Yeah.
There's definitely people like that in the world. I'm not necessarily saying they're going through these things a billion times in a single year, but there might be a couple out there that's going through this thing.
Right.
Pregnancy, abortion. Now, after the 3rd abortion, you have to write down why. Okay, 4th abortion, you have to write down why. 5th abortion, 6th abortion. I don't know what the fuck number they get up to. And now you're sitting there writing this thing down.
I'm just realizing, like, what the fuck?
Like, if you're doing this that many times,
you want to create a mental strain on that individual each and every time.
Because it's kind of like, I used to work somewhere, right? And
so you gonna sit down and think like, yo, what the fuck am I really doing? Because they say when you write something down, you really sit there and think about what you're writing down. So now you're gonna be like,
written word is one of the most powerful weapons.
I'm protecting sex with my girlfriend. Third time. I'm protecting sex fourth time. Fifth time. Sixth time. You like.
Now we do it like this. If it's just one person coming in, one person write it down. If the couple comes in, each person writes down a different reason. And it doesn't matter whether your reasons are the same or different, but it's like if you're writing down unprotected sex, if she's writing down I don't want the baby, and it's just like you guys will start to understand.
You're gonna start to realize something about yourself too. You're gonna be like, I let niggas bust in me too much.
Now, I don't want it to make it seem when I posed this question, I didn't want it to make it seem as if whether you're capable to have a child or not. I'm not saying that you should have like an automatic choice, and if you want to abort the child, because I'm not like pro or against it, you know. I think everything has its pros and cons. My whole thing was I feel like that system tends to be abused, and then it takes away. Sometimes it does take away in a positive way or a negative way for either person in the situation.
But sometimes, like, I mean, even though it's abuse, you can't really stop it from, you know,
from fucking.
You can't stop it. It's them. It's like
niggas just gotta make better choices.
Facts.
Or just
and
show what they do.
People, it's like people trying to control everything too much. It's just sometimes you gotta let it be. You feel me? Like you can't regulate too much on. Like you can say we can say how you feel about it, but at the same time you can't regulate how. Tell people you can't stop fucking. Like, you feel me? Like I can't go to China and be like, "Yo, stop making all these babies, my nigga."
It's kind of like if instead of when you walk into a prison or like a jail cell, they had bars and all types of bullshit. They gave you mirrors, so you just look at yourself.
They do all kind of psychotic stuff in prison stuff.
No, they do psychotic stuff in prison, but I'm not talking about trying to make niggas crazy psychotic. I'm talking about waking niggas up psychotic. Like,
it's literally slavery.
No, it's definitely slavery.
There's legal slavery. Like
legal slavery has been going on for years.
I feel like that's a whole other segment.
No, actually, slavery
is.
Isn't even. They had to make slavery illegal. It was always legal to these niggas.
Yeah.
Always.
They have to make it illegal to make it legal.
No, it was legal. They made it illegal. Now they're doing it illegally, but legally at the same time.
Yeah.
Don't make no goddamn sense, but it's still happening. Because
Yeah.
besides the media literally using mind control to fucking bend people to their will, like there's so much bullshit going on. It's ridiculous. What about
Alright, go for it, bro. No, where is it at?
I forget what it was. Damn, baby.
So what were we talking about last?
The Jonas Brothers.
Oh no. Which I actually want to ask you since you brought it up. But you said it as an example though.
Not much has changed, but they lived underwater.
Bars.
You were so stuck on that.
Your great
Bars.
granddaughter.
Bars.
Is too fine.
Talk your shit, bro.
Too fine.
Talk your shit, bro.
You see.
Facts.
Okay.
As you were saying, host.
I wanted to go back to something that you used then as an example. How like if someone wants to have like wild sex, just do it in raw.
Yeah.
But then they end up having the child. He didn't pull out quick enough, or you know what? It was really warm. So it was really warm. So
listen.
Now, do you think that
you?
Like, so if a female basically told you like, like she got upset, like don't think that you're gonna nut inside of me, or not even, okay, I take that back. But if you're gonna have sex with me without a condom, unprotected, but you can't tell me, oh, I'm not ready to have no kid, like that just seems contradicting,
Wait,
it's like
I'm time.
Okay, so
no.
Let her do it. She grown.
This goes for the male or female, whichever person. So they both know they're doing unprotected sex, and then one of them is like, whoever, I don't really care. I don't really want to pick because then it looks like I'm picking sides.
Pick a side. Fuck these niggas. Just say what you have to say.
So now I'm just gonna say a female because I'm a female. Okay. So let's say I tell you, that I'm not ready to have no kid. Okay. But okay, put it inside. Mm-hmm. Like. So does that not sound like contradicting?
No. Listen, that requires a level of trust. Because think about it like this: She just told you. No, I'm thinking about me. She just told, like, okay, you just told the person
Talk your shit, bro.
that you're not
Like,
ready
don't
to
be
have
exposing
this.
ourselves.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. I can't figure out how to put in the people. Look,
You can't figure out how to play the people. That's why they're in them positions.
Talk your shit, bro.
the woman just told the man that she's not ready to have a child, right? So this nigga knows she don't want to have no kid. She want to fuck Robert. She don't want to have no kid. So pull out.
Yeah.
If by some chance that don't happen quick enough, or she still gets pregnant, now you both have a responsibility to deal with it, regardless of people want shit all the time. We still do whatever we want, but we want certain things. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. But there's always a way past that. Like, you could be literally on top of everything and you could still make a mistake.
But don't you think that there could still be a right and a wrong here? Because personally, to me, I feel like she would be wrong. Like, okay, let's say she wanted to, it kind of goes back to the aborting thing. It's like, okay, so, because she still had this conscious decision, like, okay, I don't want to get pregnant, so let me take the extra precaution and not have unprotected sex. So then it's like, she says to you, oh, yeah, no, I don't want to have a kid, so just make sure you don't nut inside me when you don't have a condom on.
Hold on.
And then she wants to abort the baby anyway.
Listen, so
she should have just not did that.
Hold on, listen. So, let's say a couple is dating for a while, right? The girl doesn't want a kid, the guy don't want a kid.
Okay.
Right? No. The girl don't want a kid. The girl wants a kid, but the guy doesn't.
Okay.
So they always use condoms. They have sex. One day she gets pregnant. Condoms don't always work. I mean, they do what they're supposed to, but shit happens.
Yeah.
So they have a choice to keep it, but he does not want to keep it, but she does. It's the same situation. They use protection. There is no right or wrong here. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. Is a third life coming into play? Two people need to have an adult conversation to figure out what's going to happen. Period. Before that life becomes something you can't take back.
So you don't ever think in that type of situation there would be like a right or a wrong? It's just I understand there's more about taking part.
I'm asking you.
What?
If you say you were in a relationship with somebody, right? You guys always use protection, but you still got pregnant. Now, and he wanted to keep the kid, but you didn't.
Okay.
You still need to have a conversation about it.
No, of course, I understand that about the whole conversation and take responsibility.
Now, but who would be right or wrong in the situation? Tell me. In that situation.
Nobody.
Okay.
But I'm saying, I feel like nobody would be wrong in that situation. But my reasoning for them no one being wrong is because, okay, they took all the precautions, you know, but unfortunately some bad things happen. Unfortunate things happen. But I'm telling you, we like legit did nothing. I'm not on birth control. The female's not on birth control.
I got it. I'm telling you, listen. What I'm trying to tell you is whether or not protection is being used, it's still 50-50.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? It can go one way or the other. If you won't react one way, why not the same thing the other way? Like, it'll just fuck you up one way as opposed to the other. Because think about it like this. So you guys, like, you wanted to have fun. You wanted the whole shang. You wanted the whole thing, right?
The whole shebang.
The whole shebang.
Facts.
But
you wanted everything in there. Like,
you ended up getting everything in there.
Facts.
Now,
pause.
Nah, ain't no pause. You will keep going. Like,
yeah.
Facts. Play, my
somebody
nigga.
can fast forward. That's what happened.
With consent, of course.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, of course.
Like, I'm telling you, the whole thing happened. It was consensual. That happened. And now you guys have to move forward. There is no right or wrong because regardless of whether or not you guys chose to use this protection, you guys still made the choice to do it in the first place. There's always a 50-50 regardless. And condoms, I'm not going to say they're a relatively new thing, but there was times before condoms.
Yeah.
Like the 1600s, it's like, nigga.
It's not even, I'm talking about when condoms weren't like super popular. Now you can get condoms everywhere.
Yeah.
But like
70s wasn't even popular at all. It was like, nigga.
So if you did this, like, you'd have to be responsible for yourself.
Facts. Be responsible, my nigga, that's all.
When people are responsible, they don't point fingers.
Yeah.
So there is no right or wrong. There's a person who's working and a person who's not.
Talk your shit, bro.
Well, host.
Talk your shit, bro.
Okay, well, thank you for tuning in. That was, I'm sorry, I don't want to, like, interrupt anyone.
Oh, no, you keep going. No,
everybody good?
Yeah,
no, but everybody's good off this.
Okay,
so Thanks for coming back to Dope Movements.
You're welcome,
Signing
bro.
out is Ariel Brianna.
Hold on.
Primo, thank you for
Actually, I
interrupting
remember,
my
okay.
outro.
It'd be like
But
that.
Pablo, and you got
My son Pablo Escobar. Okay?
you got Sus in the back. I guess he's not gonna.
Later.
Talk your shit, bro.
All right, peace out. Thank you.